Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. We're living or dying, one way or the other. It is my duty and responsibility to come before you and share with you what I have been given that perhaps, hopefully, will make it easier for the choice that you have to make about this life during these days and during these times. Many times you will hear me, being an American as I am, I'm born here in America, referring to a political persuasion that has a major role in the social existence of Americans. We have political parties, Republicans and Democrats. Those are the ones that get referenced. And each of them have their ideals about this world that we live in, but more specifically, America. Now, the truth of the matter is this. Some work for everybody that's on that team. That means Republicans got those that are excited about what they do. And you got those that are not excited but go along with it. Same on the Democratic. You got those guys that are absolutely excited about what they're doing, and you got those that not necessarily that excited but go along with it. And each of these represents the people. For one reason or another, they have experienced in their lives that have brought them to the point that they can fall on the side of this political persuasion that they have. But if you look at the broader picture, what do the Republicans want? They want peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness. That's what they want. It's not limited to that. There are others. But then what do the Democrats want? They want peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness. And each of them want to live their dream. Here's the problem. How do you do it? How can you do that? I mean, amongst your people, how can you do that? Republican or Democrat? Or how could, if that were extended to nations, how could you do it for your nation and not possess it for the rest? Considering all the things that are intertwined together. And so you got a Republican and a Democrat people, each wanting the same thing. How do you get there? So the Democrats pick their leadership and the Republicans pick their leadership. And they're going to go through a process of having these people present themselves to the public and the public vote. And that happens. Let's say legitimately. You got, it doesn't matter whether you got a Republican or a Democrat. This is supposed to represent that this one that has been selected by the people, are going to look out amongst the people and see something similar and try to administer a type of system that would address the concerns of at least masses of those people. Now, you may call that a democratic process. Thing of it is, there are many that's left out. And when you operate like that, you have failed because as long as one exists, you know every last one of you potentially can be in the same position. But you still want this. How do you do this? Well, as you see, you got your president who have failed America. You got Russia, a dictator over there, Putin, who has failed this country, without calling out all of these names, because every last one of them are guilty. But they represent, though, the common representation is that they are listening to the ideas of a representative, someone who is to speak to them and say, this way is the best way, just like the Republican and Democrat. You vote them in office. When it's legit, it fails. And then when you vote them in office and they cheat, it still fails. So this is happening around the world. And I'm speaking to the people around the world. I'm not just speaking to black people. Black people already know this. But I'm speaking to everybody else. So here you are in the middle of this. How are you going to fix this? I say to you is let's stop listening to this man or this woman or that woman. In fact, let's stop listening to one another if we can't agree on the same things, relatively the same things. So what do I suggest? I suggest that we look around the earth that we are sitting on, standing on, walking on, living on. The earth that provides everything that we've ever needed to do the things that we've done and the things that we're doing and imagining the things that we will do. Already here are given with the earth. And we the people here with these common needs that require the resources of this earth that have been given to us free. We the people have these needs, these wants and desires. We the people look at these resources. How can we be satisfied? Well, it seems like when we competed, we lost. We competed because we were told if we come out on top, we'll get more money. And this is what we need to survive. This is what we need according to what we've been doing to get this kind of life that we just all commonly want. And so we compete, get money, and then we have what we have around the world today. We have what we have around the world today. You can't deny it. The evidence is there. But giving the reality that we've gotten to thus far, we had nothing to do with all this. We just got to explain it. That came from a power we can't see. A power that knows more about you and me than we can ever know about that power except what we see. But we do see this, we do understand this. And so we, why don't we? And why can't we, it appears, put our faith and give our loyalty to the power that is responsible for the earth, responsible for all of the resources, responsible for breathing, responsible for bodies, minds, and eyes? Why can't we give that power our loyalty? Then you say, how? Well, we can't see. No, we can't, but we know that power sees. Let that power know by our actions, by what we show, and let us be led by that power, which will show us that the responsibility of organizing amongst ourselves is that each individual recognize that they benefit from and they must give back to. And the choice is that you can choose what you love to do as your job, as your career. You got the opportunity to choose that which you love. And just to show you how fantastic this invisible power is that we are talking about now, when you choose to do what you love, you will receive a benefit, a great reward, or award, or both. Joy. This the world can't give and the world can't take away. And money can't buy. But that's what you got. And what are you doing? You're creating all of us across the world. What are we doing? We're creating in abundance from the resources that have been provided by God. An overflowing reservoir of goods and services, goods that represents food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, transportation, infrastructure, and anything made by the hands of man. That power is designed in such a way that when we're receiving joy or that which we love, we're actually meeting the needs of every human being on the face of the earth. Don't tell me God ain't smart. And look at Trump. Talk about tariffs, tariffs. Everybody know, supposedly based upon what it represents, that it's no good. And yet they're going along with it. Every day they're talking about what it, and then yet the people are sitting back fussing, yet going along with it. Yet going along with it, which means if you don't stop it, if you don't stand up and correct it, then what you're doing, you're just making it so simple to happen because it's routine. And when it goes over then you're gonna say, well, it's no good, but we're gonna have to fight this. You say, well, wait a minute, what were you doing all along? Why didn't you stop it? You didn't stop it because you didn't know the right way. You knew a different way. That's all you knew. A different way. If you were a Republican, you knew a different way called the Democrats. You were a Democrat, you knew a different way. But you didn't know the way. And so, ladies and gentlemen, across the world, I'm telling you that this power that got the sun shining on me right now and got me out here in the middle of nowhere saying this to you is the power that will give you the desires of your heart. You will be fulfilled and you will be satisfied in this life. And everything will be a great big joy. And that's because you're listening to one power, the real power, the power that I just got to describing that made all of this possible. And we are not listening to some crook. Oh, there are many names I can call them, but I'll just say crook, a representative of evil. So I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, if you would just consider, I know you're doing a lot of talking. I hear you talking all the time, but what I don't hear you doing is advocating for solutions. And I know what I'm saying to you right now might be foreign to some, but many of you thought about it, but you just recognized that there was no way that such as this could happen in this kind of a world. That was deception. It can happen by the same power that causes all of the evil to happen. You, the people, going along with it. Now you, the people, change, renew your mind, put your faith in the real deal. Thank you very much.